This video is brought to you by MedJet. There are so many good noise cancelling headphones on the market these days, but which one is specifically the best when it comes to travel? I recently had a chance to try out 3 of the best-selling noise cancelling headphones right now: the Sony WH1000XM4, the Bose Noise Cancelling Headphones 700, and the Apple Airpods Max. I brought all 3 with me on my last 3 trips to test out how they would perform. And in this video, I'll share with you which of the 3 I decided is the keeper and why, so keep watching. Hey, welcome back to Top Flight Family. My name is Carmen Sognonvi. Now, before we get started, I should let you know that if you're looking for a super detailed review when it comes to the technical aspects or from an audiophile's perspective, this is not going to be the video for you. But if you'd like to know how these headphones perform specifically when it comes to travel, then you will find this video useful. I'm going to discuss how these headphones perform in the areas that matter most to travelers: noise cancellation, battery life, sturdiness, and comfort. All of these headphones will be linked below, so you can click over and learn more about each of them. All right, let's jump right in. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the price. The Apple Airpods Max are definitely the most expensive out of the bunch. They come in at $549. That's almost $200 more than the most expensive one that comes next after this. The Bose are the second most expensive. These come in at $379. And the Sonys are the least expensive out of the bunch at $349. Now, of course, keep in mind that these are always the manufacturer's recommended pricing. You're always going to find things on sale or find coupons and deals, but sort of the baseline pricing, those are the prices you can expect. Okay, so I'm gonna confess right off the bat that I am definitely an Apple fangirl, and I have been coveting these AirPods Max for the longest. Ever since I saw them, I was like, oh my God, they are so stunning. I mean, the design is beautiful, there's no doubt about it. And it's definitely designed to be kind of a luxury item. And of course, the price reflects that. And even though there are a lot of drawbacks to this headphone, I still really like it. But I have to say that from a traveler's perspective, the value is not quite there. Because one of the biggest issues is that even though you're paying $549 for this pair of headphones, all you get with it is a charging cable. You don't even get an audio cable where you can actually plug it in, for example, to use on a plane. And I'm sure part of that is by design, because of course Apple is kind of designing this to be used purely as a wireless headphone. But from a traveler's perspective, of course, we need to be able to also use our headphones to use the in-flight entertainment system on planes. So when it comes to the price, that is a big ding against the Apple. Now, when it comes to the other 2 headphones like the Sonys and the Bose, both of these come with both an audio cable and a charging cable. Okay, so before we get into talking about the active noise cancellation features, I just want to take a moment to kind of give you my opinion on the design and the overall look of these 3 pairs of headphones. So as you can guess, when it comes to a design perspective, the Apple ones are definitely my favorite. I mean, you really can't beat this design. I think it's already kind of iconic. Just a slightly rectangular shape of these ear cups. You've got this beautiful mesh up top. It just looks really sleek and really high end. From a design perspective, the Apple ones are definitely my favorite. Now, when it comes to design, I would say Bose for me ranks number 2. I really like the fact that these have a pretty slick look, even though they are over-the-ear headphones. And I particularly like the way when you adjust the headband or the size, it kind of slides in and out in this kind of ear cup. And so, I don't know, I just think it looks really cool. So design-wise, unfortunately, I have to say that the Sonys are my least favorite. I mean, it's not that they're ugly by any means, but they just look really chunky. Definitely doesn't have a very streamlined look. They just look really big and bulky. So some people like the bulky look. I personally prefer a little bit more of a streamlined look, so visually, these are my least favorite. Okay, when it comes to noise cancellation, I tried all 3 pairs of these headphones on multiple flights, and I will say that all 3 of them work excellent when it comes to canceling out noise. Now, if you want to geek out a little bit into the exact sort of noise canceling technology that each of these uses, there are plenty of videos here on YouTube that will get into kind of the technical features of how that all works. But I can tell you purely from a traveler's perspective, all 3 to me are on par when it comes to noise cancellation. They did a great job at blocking out both sort of the ambient plane noises and also the sounds of individual voices talking, babies crying, all that kind of thing. And so all 3 were a real pleasure to use to watch movies or TV shows on the plane, because despite all the background noise that exists on a plane, my movies, my TV shows all sounded great on all 3 of these headphones. It's no secret that travel involves a lot more risk than it used to. What if you're on a trip, but you or your child suddenly has a serious medical emergency? If you have travel insurance or a credit card with travel benefits, you'll have some protection. But the medical evacuation benefits of those only get you to the quote, nearest acceptable facility. They don't get you to a hospital at home. So if you don't want your child or yourself to be stuck in a foreign hospital, get a MedJet membership. MedJet is the top-rated air medical transport and travel security membership program for travelers. If you become hospitalized internationally, yes, even for COVID, MedJet will arrange medical transportation to a home country hospital of your choice for continued care. They'll do this even if you're traveling domestically, as long as you're 150 miles or more from home. Family memberships are just $399 per year. That includes 2 adults and up to 5 kids. With medical transport costs ranging from $30,000 to over $180,000, why risk it? Go to medjet.com/TFF as in top flight family and find out how you can save up to 10% on an annual MedJet membership. Now, when it comes to battery life, the Apple and the Bose are pretty similar. Each of their respective manufacturers claim to have about 20 hours of battery life. Now, I definitely didn't do like a scientific test to see if each of them actually gave you 20 hours of battery life, but just from casual use on travel, on trips, I found that the battery life for both seemed just fine. Now, out of the 3, the Sony headphones definitely have the best battery life. According to the brand, you actually get 30 hours of battery life out of these headphones off of a full charge. Now, one thing that's really handy about all 3 pairs of these headphones is that they all have some type of quick charge or fast charging feature. So with the Apple headphones, for example, if you charge it for 5 minutes, you will get actually an hour and a half of listening time from that. Same with the Bose, if you plug it in for 15 minutes, you get an extra 2 hours of listening time. But again, when it comes to battery life, the Sony is the most impressive. If you charge it for just 10 minutes, you are going to get an extra 5 hours of listening time out of those headphones. So definitely when it comes to battery life, Sony is the winner. Now, one thing that is related to battery life, which is important to know, is that while you're charging your Apple's AirPods Max, you cannot actually use them for playback. So with those headphones, once you're out of juice, you have to completely stop all usage, charge it up, then continue using it. With the other 2 pairs of headphones, that is not an issue, and also because they have the audio cable, even if the power is completely out, you can switch to using it essentially manually like old school headphones by using the audio cable and plugging that in instead of using them wirelessly. So when it comes to battery life, Apple is definitely the loser, Sony is definitely the winner in this category. Okay, so one thing that's really important when it comes to traveling is how sturdy are these headphones? Because if you're bringing them on a plane, you're probably stuffing them into your backpack, you might be throwing them into your suitcase. They're gonna get a little bit banged up. So we need to know that these headphones are gonna be sturdy and that they're actually gonna hold up. So when it comes to sturdiness, I would say that the Sony and the Bose are pretty much on par. I think Sony, from the perspective of the headphones themselves, these just feel slightly more sturdy just on their own compared to the Bose. But both the Sony and the Bose come with these hard shell carrying cases. So that's really easy to keep your headphones protected when you stuff them into your bags. Apple headphones, on the other hand, sturdiness is like non-existent here. If you've watched any reviews of this pair of headphones, you've probably already heard of the nonsensical design of the carrying case that they come with. As many people have pointed out, it's less of a case and more like kind of a bra, where the cups kind of fit into these cups and you get this magnetic thing, and then I guess you can carry them like this. So clearly this leaves like half of the headphone exposed. This is really doing nothing to protect these headphones. If you throw them in your bag, in your suitcase, they're gonna get banged up. So when it comes to sturdiness, the Apple AirPods Max are definitely the least practical when it comes to travel. However, if you really have your heart set on these, I will let you know that I have found quite a few sort of third-party manufactured cases, like on Amazon, that you can buy where I guess this whole thing will go in and then there's a case all around it. I would imagine that that would get pretty bulky by the time you put this and into an extra box, but just know that they are out there, they do exist, so it is an option for you. Okay, so let's talk about comfort. How comfortable are each of these headphones to wear? And it really pains me to say this because, as you know, I really wanted these headphones. I've been kind of pining for them for a long time, but the main problem with these headphones is that they are extremely heavy. Most headphones these days are made primarily of plastic, and the reason that they're made of plastic is because plastic is much, much lighter than metal. Now with these AirPods Max, the bulk of this is actually made of metal. All of this is metal. The inside sort of band within the headband is metal. They've managed to try to like reduce some weight here in the headband section by making this top part mesh. But all in all, it's still extremely heavy, easily 2 or 3 times heavier than the other 2 pairs of headphones. And unfortunately, that means that when you're wearing them for a long time, it gets kind of tiring. It's not the most comfortable, especially when it comes to travel. You know, when you're on a plane, you're already uncomfortable enough. You want things to be soft and comfy and comforting. And these definitely kind of weigh on you, like literally weigh on you after quite a while. Now, when it comes to comfort, I would say that the Bose headphones are kind of in between. They're pretty comfortable. I do like the fact that the inside of the band here is padded. So that's pretty nice. They're pretty light. The inside of the cups also have like pretty nice soft padding. So not too bad. I would say that my hair was sort of easily caught in this. I guess this is not an issue if you're bald or you have short hair, but as a long-haired person, that was a little bit annoying, so that detracted a little bit from the comfort. So I would say middle of the road comfort level would be the Bose. Now, when it comes to comfort levels, you cannot beat the Sony. The Sony headphones are the most comfortable headphones I've probably ever worn. Definitely over-ear headphones, at least. They're incredibly light, even though they look kind of bulky. The way that they've designed it, the kind of plastic they use is incredibly light. The top of this band is pretty wide and it's extremely padded. And the ear cups are very padded. They look kind of similar in features to the Bose, but I don't know exactly what combination Sony used to make the comfort level this good in this pair of headphones. But seriously, I could wear these for hours and hours and hours and not feel tired or uncomfortable at all. So from a comfort perspective, which is critical when it comes to travel, I would say the Sony is the clear winner. Okay, so which of these pairs of headphones is the overall winner? Is it the Apple AirPods Max? Sleek design, beautiful. I'm an Apple fangirl, unabashedly, just gorgeous. Is it the Bose? Very sleek design, even though it's plastic, lighter weight, much more comfortable. Or is it the Sony? Kind of bulky, but overall much more practical than many other headphones on the market. So listen, I will say that when I started this process, I 100% thought that I was going to end up liking the Apple ones the best, because like I said, I've been coveting these for a long time. I was so excited to get my hands on them, use them, bring them out on trips. So as much as it pains me to say it, these from a traveler's perspective are a no. Specifically from a traveler's perspective, these are probably some of the worst headphones that you can buy because they're heavy, uncomfortable to wear, no sturdiness factor at all. I mean, there's not even an actual case that comes with these, so they're not gonna survive well in your book bag, in your suitcase. The fact that it doesn't even come with an audio cable makes it so impractical when it comes to actually trying to use these headphones to enjoy in-flight entertainment on the plane's own system. So after spending $549, you would still need to go out and spend more money on adapters and extension cords to be able to use this to actually watch a movie on the in-flight entertainment system of a plane. So I still think that they make for a good pair of headphones just out and around town or at your desk in your office. They're beautiful. I may still end up buying these. I really like them. But when it comes to travel, this is not it. Okay, next up, let's talk about the Bose headphones. Now, I will say that Bose and Sony, it was really close for me because they are very similar to each other, similar build, similarly made of plastic, equally great noise cancellation. They both come with a carrying case. They come with similar things in the case. They both come with audio cables, all of those practical things that you need for travel. Now, from a form factor perspective, I actually like these Bose ones much better than the Sony. They just look a lot sleeker, they're less bulky, so, you know, aesthetically, I like these better. But overall, I gotta give it up for these Sony headphones. You know, Serge has been using these for a couple of years now, and he raves about them. I didn't want to agree with him. I felt that when I did this test, I would come out saying, oh no, the Bose are clearly superior, the Apple headphones are clearly superior. But as much as it pains me to admit it, Serge was right. These are the best travel headphones out there. Now, like I said, in many categories, they are very comparable to the Bose headphones, and I still think the Bose headphones are a great, solid choice for travelers. But the two areas in which the Sony really wins out for me are battery life. The battery life is incredible, you guys. Like, you pretty much never have to worry about this running out of juice. but also comfort. That is the biggest thing. You know, when you're going on these long haul flights and you're watching, movies, or you're keeping your headphones on to sleep to block out the noise, comfort is key. And there is nothing more comfortable than these Sony headphones. So I have decided the Sony ones are the ones that I am going to keep. This is the winner. This is the champion. This is my favorite. Now, all that said, obviously choosing headphones is a very subjective and a very personal thing, and any 3 of these headphones are a solid choice when it comes to noise canceling. So it's very possible that you may completely disagree with me on the choice that I made, and if you do, please leave a comment. I would love to know which one you prefer and why, because I'm sure that there are other factors that I haven't even thought of in this review. Okay, if you'd like to find out why we are visiting 21 resorts in 2021, just click that video right there. If you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on notifications. And be sure to follow us on both Instagram and TikTok. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.